You don't start small. You don't ease into existence like something fragile or uncertain. You arrive at 1.5 pounds, blind, hairless, and already 30 times smaller than the creature that made you. That's the first thing nobody tells you about being a bear. You begin as almost nothing, and then you become everything. There are 8 of them, 8 versions of the same ancient blueprint, each one stress-tested by a different corner of the planet. Each one built for a world that tried to kill it and failed. You're going to meet all of them. Not from a distance, from the inside. You are the American black bear. You live in the suburbs now. Not by accident, by calculation. While your cousins are out there being dramatic about territory, you figured something out centuries ago. Adaptability is a superpower that looks like a personality disorder. You eat berries. You eat garbage. You eat a tourist's granola bar and feel nothing. Your neighbors call the wildlife hotline. Rangers show up with tranquilizer guns. You wake up in a forest 3 counties away and walk back because you already mapped the route. This isn't laziness. This is behavioral plasticity. Your brain is wired for problem solving over brute force. You can open a car door, not because someone taught you, because you tried it once and it worked. You aren't the biggest bear. You aren't the most feared bear. You are the bear that is still here when the others are struggling. Survival doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes it looks like a bear eating pizza out of a dumpster. That bear is winning. You are the grizzly. Everything you touch becomes a crater. You dig up a meadow looking for ground squirrels and accidentally aerate 3 acres of soil. Ecologists come to study it later and call it habitat enrichment. You weren't trying to help. You were hungry. But that's the thing about being built at this scale. Your problems become the ecosystem's solutions. You carry 800 pounds of contradiction, slow enough to look peaceful, fast enough to hit 35 miles per hour in a sprint that lasts longer than most people's courage. Your hump isn't fat. It's a muscle mass anchoring forelimbs that can move 700 pounds of river rock with one swipe. You aren't just strong. You are geologically disruptive. Salmon runs shape rivers. You shape salmon runs. The ecosystem doesn't tolerate you. It depends on you. You are the polar bear. There is no map for where you live. The ice moves. The land disappears. Your address changes every week, and you have never been lost once. You navigate by wind direction, by pressure ridge memory, by a spatial awareness that researchers still don't fully understand. You are the only large land predator on Earth that actively hunts humans. Not because you are cruel, because at the top of a food web with almost nothing above you, curiosity and hunger feel identical. Your fur isn't white, it's transparent. Each hollow shaft channels UV light toward black skin beneath it, turning sunlight into thermal retention in an environment that kills the unprepared in minutes. You are a biological heat trap dressed in optical illusion. You swim 60 miles between ice flows without rest. You fast for 8 months. You give birth during that fast. You are not surviving the Arctic. You are the Arctic. You are the sun bear. You are the smallest. You are also the one with the longest tongue relative to body size of any bear species. You use it to extract honey from hives with a precision that would embarrass a surgeon. Your claws are disproportionately massive for an animal your size, curved like grappling hooks, built to tear open hardwood trees that have been sealed shut by decades of growth. You weigh 150 pounds. You dismantle rainforest architecture for breakfast. Nobody takes you seriously until you move. Your neck skin is so loose that when something bites down on it, you can rotate inside your own hide and bite back. This is not an accident of anatomy. This is a full contact escape hatch. You are small, yes. You are also the bear that can turn around inside and attack. Underestimating you is a geometry problem. Most things only realize that once. You are the spectacled bear. You live in cloud forest so dense that scientists still don't fully know your habits. You are South America's only bear, and you spend half your life in the canopy, 40 feet up, building sleeping platforms from bent branches. You are a bear. You build furniture. You sit in trees and eat bromeliads, and look down at the jungle floor with the energy of someone who has already solved the problem everyone else is still arguing about. You are primarily a herbivore in a world that assumes bears are predators. You eat fruit, cactus, orchid bulbs, and palm hearts. Your jaw structure is adapted to crush the hardest plant material in the Andes. You are patient in a way that feels almost philosophical. You wait for the fruit, you wait out the season. You have been doing this for millions of years, without an audience and without needing one. You are the Sloth Bear. You arrive at a termite mound, and the mound loses. You close your nostrils, form a tube with your lips, and create a biological vacuum that extracts insects at a velocity audible from 300 feet away. You are the loudest eater in the forest, and you have never been embarrassed about it. Leopards avoid you, not because you are larger, because you are erratic, armored with shaggy fur that absorbs claw strikes, and you attack with a speed and aggression that reads as completely disproportionate to the situation. Your cubs ride on your back, not clinging to your fur while you walk carefully, on your back while you run, while you fight. You are a mobile fortress for the next generation and a threat assessment problem for everything else. You are the giant panda. The world wrote you off, an inefficient gut, a diet with almost no caloric return, a reproductive cycle so narrow that the species seemed like it was already saying goodbye. And yet, here you are, still, because you solved the efficiency problem by eliminating urgency entirely. You slow your metabolism to a crawl. You sit. You eat for 14 hours. You process bamboo through a system that shouldn't work and absolutely does. You are not a bear pretending to be lazy. You are a bear that found a food source with no competition and optimized for stillness. In a world of escalating effort, you are the species that found a different answer. Sometimes the most durable strategy looks, from the outside, like doing almost nothing. 8 types, 1 blueprint, refined by ice, jungle, mountain, and suburb into something the original design never predicted. They don't compete with each other. They occupy completely different answers to the same original question. What does it take to last? You already know the answer. It's standing in the river catching salmon. It's sitting in the canopy eating orchids. It's swimming between ice floes in the dark. It's sleeping in a forest 3 counties from where it started, already planning the route back. The bear doesn't explain itself. It just keeps going. And somehow, every version of it is still here.